Hello and welcome to a BTS of what I am doing to get some of the lessons up and running here on the channel. So this behind the scenes is going to be all about Vivaldi. Vivaldi is the next concerto lesson coming up on the channel, but I want to be able to offer a series of backing tracks for everybody to play along, including myself. So I am going to be doing a piano version of the backing tracks, I'm going to be doing a harpsichord version of the backing tracks, and then a full string section. Now these are all MIDI, so don't get happy. I'm not going out hiring a ton of musicians to help me out with this. I wish I could, but I can't. And to be quite honest, the MIDI these days and the VST instruments on most DAWs are fantastic. Here we are, we're working in Musescore on a future lesson on Vivaldi's Lute Concerto. Because we're coming to the end of the Rodrigo Concerto, I want to do something a little bit different, a little bit less modern. Currently, it sounds like this. Not good. Pants, actually. That's just a very basic MIDI coming out of Musescore, so I'm not even using Sibelius with their fantastic sounds either. It's just too expensive. It is that simple. Sibelius, you are too expensive. Musescore is the next free alternative. It's fantastic. I'm not affiliated with them, but I can definitely highly recommend. There's one or two niggles I have with the guitar tab, but that's about it. Back to this. Sounds like pants. I have moved it into MIDI into Musescore for the violins. I'm now in the process of taking single line MIDI lines, because I just plugged it in as single lines, into string section. So what I'm doing is I am deleting the bottom half and the top half of the different violins. So that I can get separation. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking like a producer. I would like to be able to have violin 1 this side, violin 2 this side, violas probably split on the right side, double basses in the center, and then the viola, I will have a look at the viola part and see. I might even add in a second viola line, depending on how it sounds. So that's where I'm going to arrange it a little bit, which is standard practice. And I probably will drop the violas like Vivaldi has done here. You can see in his score in thirds. So we will see. That's an arrangement decision later on down the line. For the moment, all I'm doing is I'm doing hard, boring monkey work, which is place, select, delete, select, delete. At some point, this is going to go into a Waveform Pro 12, which is my DAW. Again, a fantastic DAW, worth the money. So we're on the final few bars here. I've worked through pretty much most of the score. What I did originally was record a single violin, single viola, and single double bass. And now I am in the process of splitting them up, which is what I've been doing. And I'll show you in a second once I've finished this. Ooh. Right. Okay. Bottom line, top line, again, just thinking of the mix. I am thinking of the mix here because I want my guitar in the center with the double bass below me, violins either side. I'm possibly going to be splitting up that viola line or adding to it. And again, I'm also considering that Spitfire audio only has buttons for staccato, spiccato, legato, obviously depending on what I want to use them for. So I'm going to have to split this MIDI up once I've finished doing this and I'm happy with it. each section is going to get split up. So let's just take a listen quickly to this ending here. And obviously I'm going to add in some expression, so that final bar I want to slow down slightly, and I'm going to add in a little bit of expression for where I'm entering and leaving different sections for myself, especially the solo section, because I want to be able to play and I don't want it to sound too computer-like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to zoom out, go back to the beginning, and we're now, next step is working on the violas. So I'm going to put in a viola section, which is going to be underneath there, go OK. And I am going to do that. So if you take a listen. It's a single viola. Skim all the way back to here. Always the way. It's because I'm not concentrating. Copy. And then. And I can hear reverb in there, which. Where is my mixer? Alright, there we go. So why have we got reverb? All of those. Dear score programs, I don't need reverb. If I wanted reverb, I'd put reverb on. Okay, I get it, it makes it sound sexier, but okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that for the double basses as well. I will get rid of that single viola line now. Open that. And we're going to do contrabass. Where is my contrabass? Contrabass section, which is what we want. And from the beginning unto the end. Copy. And again, take this. Not that great. Okay, we might just do this. So there I'm making a decision. I'm going to keep the double basses as a single and a double line, so that when I put it in, I can put a single double bass in there and a contrabass section, contrabassi section, because that actually doesn't sound that good. But again, I'm listening to it here and I'm making a decision on here, whereas actually I need to make a decision in waveform with the Spitfire Audio BBC Symphony Concert Orchestra. So I might just keep those because it'll pull it out as separate MIDI stems anyway, so that's not a problem. So we'll keep that. Control save, super important. All right, what we'll do is we will dump this into waveform and let's just take a quick listen to see what it sounds like. Alrighty, that has been your behind the scenes 6-string inspiration for myself, Rain. What's going to happen is I am going to produce the backing track. Now, if you want these, they are going to be available through my Patreon. They are also going to be available at 3 different speeds. You need to practice these and you need to get them up and running, and it's also obviously a little bit impossible to play along with a backing track at full speed. So you're going to work up to slow, medium, and then at full speed. 3x3, which is going to be 9 full backing tracks along with the score and all the rest of it, and obviously along with the lessons that will already be up here on the channel. Alrighty, so this has been a behind the scenes look into how I am preparing for the next concerto series here on Classical Guitar Rocks.